Let's do number 11, which is an equation of the parabola graphed in the accompanying diagram. Okay, well, first of all, it's pointing down, so we know that the number in front of x squared needs to be negative. Excuse me. So that eliminates A and B, so the answer has to be C or D. They're both negative in front. Remember, when A is negative, it points down, and A is always in front of x squared. Now, the number without a letter is always the y-intercept. And so this graph is either going to cross at +4 or -4. And it crosses at +4. That means C is the answer. I mean, that's it. You could have also went to the graphing screen. So let me go down here and add a graph and move it so you can see it, because I can see the glare. And you could have typed in each answer choice, -x, to speed up things since the last problem took so much time. I'm going to just type in answer choice C so that you can see that it is exactly what the graph shows in the problem. And there's your answer. It matches perfectly. Number 12. Which equation can represent the parabola in the diagram? Well, again, it's pointing down, right? So it has to have a -A. That means either A or D. B and C are eliminated. Now, the y-intercept is where it crosses the y-axis. It crosses here. This one here doesn't have anything after x squared, so that means +0, which means it will go through the origin, but it doesn't go through the origin. It's below, meaning negative, so it'd have to be D. Again, you could graph each answer choice in the calculator and see which one matches. So if I wanted to do that, I can do Control-Doc here, add a calculator, add a graph, and type in -x squared -3, which is the match. As you can see, it matches. Okay, moving on to 13. Which is an equation of the parabola shown in the accompanying diagram? Okay, so without using the calculator, there's the y-intercept at +3. They all have +3. Again, this graph is pointing which way? Down. So that eliminates C and D. So I can type in either A or B to see which one is the answer. And let's do that. So Control-Doc, add a graph. And we're going to type in -x squared +2x +3. And I see that it crosses at 1, it crosses at 3, just like it does here. So it looks like A is my answer, but let's try B real quick just to make sure. Tab to bring it back up so I can enter in my choices. -x squared -2x +3. And I see it's moved over some. It crosses at 1 and -3. But this one crosses at -1 and +3. That means my answer is A. And let me bring the graph down. You should have it. Crosses at -1 and 3. Just like the picture here, the black line, which makes the answer choice A the answer. Okay, moving on to 14. The equation y equals -x squared -2x +8 is graphed below. Based on this graph, what are the roots? Okay, you can simply look at the graph and see where it crosses the x-axis. Crosses here at +2 and 1, 2, 3, -4. +2 and -4 would be answer to choice B. Alright, let's move on to number 15. Almost done, guys. Number 15 says, consider the graph of the equation y equals ax squared plus bx plus c when a is not equal to 0. If a is multiplied by 3, that means the number you're using is getting bigger. So what would happen? What is true about the graph in the resulting parabola? The vertex is 3 units above? No. Who remembers what happens when it gets bigger? It's the opposite, right? Does it get wide or narrow? It gets narrow. So the answer is D. And how could you test that? Just to make sure, go to the graphing screen and okay, there we go. And type in an A value that's small. So let's just do 1. So the y is already there, remember? And then 1x squared, enter. And then do 3 like it has on there. So tab, then 3x squared, and you notice it gets narrower. So the answer is D. Moving on to 16. Which is an equation of the parabola that intersects the x-axis at the points 2 and 5? So all you need to do, you can use menu 331. Menu 331. This is what you want here when you do menu 331, and type in the coefficients. So I'm going to type in 1, then 7, then 10, press enter, and it gives me -5 and -2. But this problem is asking for both positive 5 and positive 2, so it's not a, let's try D maybe. Menu 331, and we type in 1, -10, 7, and what do we get? Oh, whoa, that's not it. So it's not A, it's not D. We're gonna try C, and we enter in 1, -7, 10, and there it is. So the answer is C. Number 17. The graph of which equation contains a maximum point? Okay, maximum means that you have a frown. It's at the top. You have a heel. Frown meaning it's pointing down. The heel is at the top. You have a heel. That's what a maximum is. When you graph this one in the calculator, input choice A, that is 1, 2. Y equals 2 here. That's what that is. So it's not A. When you graph, excuse me, up here, I apologize. That's Y equals 2. When you graph B, it's this one, Y equals -2. So it's not A or B. Now we're looking at C and D. C is positive A right here in front. So it would point up. D would point down. So the answer is D. Again, answer choice A, and make sure you can see it. Answer choice A is Y equals 2, so that will go up 2 and then the horizontal line. Y equals -2 will go down, and that would be a horizontal line as well. So it's not A or B. So you can graph that in the calculator. Graph C in the calculator, graph D. And the only one that has a heel or a frown that looks like this would be answer choice D. Number 18. And if the bell rings in a minute, I'm sorry, because it is about 12:16, so it's probably going to ring in a moment. There it is. Hold on. Okay, number 18 says, what are the coordinates of the vertex and the equation of the axis of symmetry? The axis of symmetry is right down the middle, so that would be here, which is -2, and it's x equals -2. The answer has to be D. It asks for the vertex, that would be here, and that is -2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the answer is D for number 18. The vertex is here. The axis of symmetry is down the middle. The answer is D. Number 19. If one factor of this is 3x minus 2, the other factor is. Okay, so this one's going to take a little time. I'm going to put number 19, 20, 21, and 22 on another video.